Welcome to Litbit channel. Today we will see the lesson After 20 Years by O.Henry. Let's see the summary. In the introduction part, the story opens with a policeman walking his way on a quiet night. The time is around 10 p.m. and chilly winds and rain have driven most people indoors, leaving the streets nearly empty. This setting conveys a sense of isolation and mystery. The few lights visible come from places that remain open late, like a cigar stores or an all-night lunch counter. Giving the scene an old, almost nostalgic feelings, the policeman's routine action, checking doors and twinkling his club, reinforce the feelings of safety and order, contrasting with the loneliness of the streets. Introduction of the mysterious stranger. Halfway through the block, the policeman encounters a man waiting in a darkened doorway. This man, who stands with an unlit cigar in his mouth, quickly assures the policeman that he is waiting for a friend he arranged to meet 20 years ago. The story then reveals that the two friends, Pop and Jimmy, once shared a close bond growing up together in New York. Their friendship was tested when Pop left to pursue success in the West, while Jimmy remained believing New York was where he belonged. Their agreement to meet again after 2 decades suggests a deep commitment to each other, as well as the hope that time and distance wouldn't break their bond. Character contrast Pop and Jimmy. The story paints Pop and Jimmy as a contrast in ambitions and value. Pop is proud of his success in the West, boasting of his wealth symbolized by his diamond set watch. He has had to compete and sharpened himself to succeed, hinting at a somewhat ruthless character shaped by the western frontier. Jimmy, in contrast, is described as a Polder has remained in New York. His choice to stay and his later occupation in a city department suggesting stability and a more conventional, honest path in life. Their different path in the life hint at the possibility of conflicting value or priorities that could affect their reunion. The reunion and revelations. When the two men finally met, Bob quickly noticed that Jimmy has changed. He is grown taller and looks different. As they talk about old times and walk down the streets together, the suspense builds until they reach the bright light of their drugstore. Their Pop realizes that the man with him is not Jimmy at all. Instead, it is a plainclothes policeman sent by Jimmy, who had recognized Pop as a wanted criminal. The surprise twist shows the irony of the reunion. Pop came to New York expecting to reunite with his old friends, only to find himself loyalty versus duty. The note from Jimmy, delivered to Pop by the officer, reveals that Jimmy did keep their appointment but chose duty over friendship. When he saw that his old friend was now a criminal, Jimmy felt he could not arrest Pop himself and instead enlisted another officer to do so. This decision highlights Jimmy's loyalty to his role as a policeman, prioritizing justice over personal attachment. His loyalty is thus divided. He fulfills his promise to meet Pop but also upholds his duty to the law, revealing the inner conflict that duty can sometimes bring. Conclusion of the story after 20 years shows how time changes people and tests relationship. Pop's lives in the West lead him to the life of crime, while Jimmy's commitment to New York shaped him into a honest policeman. Their choice over the years brought them to this ironic encounter. Friendship colloid with moral obligation. The story resolutions reflects the complexity of human relationship and the inevitable consequence of the path we chose. Let's we see the character in this story. Pop, also known as Silky Pop, is introduced as a confident and somewhat flashy character with a pale, squared jawed face, a diamond-studded watch, and a large diamond in his scarf pin. Having made his fortune in the West, Pop is proud of his success and loyal to the memory of his friends with Jimmy. However, his life as a figurative complicate his reunion as he is revealed to be a man wanted by the police. However, his life as a figurative complicates his reunion as he is revealed to be a man wanted by the police. Pop character exemplifies ambitions and loyalty, yet his choice have led him down a morality ambitious path. Universe, the policeman is characterized by his sense of duty, loyalty, and moral conflict. Though he does not openly reveal himself to Pop during the encounters, he silently recognizes his friend and faces a difficult decision. Jimmy's choice to have Pop arrested by another officer illustrates his loyalty to his job and a conflicted sense of friendship. Jimmy's inner struggle demonstrates the impact of time on people's value and life's choice. Thank you viewers. Thanks for watching this video.